Today I thought I'd talk about healing, a little bit on healing. So we're going to go a little bit of history of healing and kind of give you an idea. And I'll talk about my experiences in healing. I want to first talk about Harry Edwards, who's a master healer. He lived on this earth plane from 1893 to 1976.
Wow.
So he actually ran his healing center in England. He ran it for all these years. And they found him, actually, he had passed away at his desk, still taking calls. Still taking calls from people asking for healing. So his healing sanctuary was actually built to heal everyone, to do whatever he could, and to be a channel for healing, to be that channel for healing. And I think his service to healing and spiritual healing was to teach us, to give us that opportunity to heal. Whether we heal ourselves or we heal others, it's up to our vibration. Some of us probably wouldn't really make good nurses or doctors because we really don't want to touch anyone. We don't want to put our hands on them. Sometimes we might want to put our hands on them, but it's not in the healing mode. Not in that vibrational mode. But we are putting out healing to everyone that we actually see. By hugging someone, by thinking about them, by connecting to them, we send out healing. We actually bring that healing in balance in our lives. And as we give healing, that healing actually comes back to us. Comes back for us to use within our own being. So whether you're giving healing, people are sending you healing, you're always in some point, some fashion, receiving it. But we have to realize that we have to be able to believe that we deserve it. That we deserve the healing that's being sent to us. I could sit and heal you, a lot of healers could heal you, but unless you are open, an open channel, wanting to receive the healing from the individual or the healer, you're probably not going to get the healing you're looking to receive at this moment in your life. You have to be that open channel to do that. And there are some things to know about spiritual healing, because there are trance healings. And when I do Lucerne, I'll have classes, I'll have things where I'll drop into trance with Lucerne and I will perform healings. And I will be that channel from Lucerne, working through me, but also bringing that energy from the spirit world as an open channel, doing trance healing. I can also do energy transfer, like taking energy and bringing it from the spirit world through me to you, to your vibration, to your connection. And I can bring that through the spirit world from the higher sources and bring it to you. I also can try to clear your auric field by placing my hands over your crown chakra, visualizing colors of your auric field, and placing them into your body to clear or redo or reset your auric field. That can be an auric healing. That sounds really cool, doesn't it? So, an auric healing. I have faith healing. Now, my father used to do a lot of faith healing in his church. We used to stand up there and touch people and they'd fall over and we'd have to catch them. So the question is whether it's what religion you're really into is the way they're going to do healing. But all healing comes from source. It all comes from higher sources of consciousness, higher sources of the spirit world. So no matter how we do the healing, we proceed doing it. It is what we do. Me and Marie, we do a lot of Ho'oponopono. We do, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry because that is repentance. Repentance of something that you might not realize that you've done, that you have put in motion. But you're sorry if you did. You're repenting from that situation. Forgive me because you're asking for forgiveness from higher realms. Actually yourself. From your higher self. You're asking for forgiveness. Thank you is gratitude that Spirit is going to look after you. It's going to grant you what you're looking for. And I love you is just love. You're putting putting love out into the universe. So when you do the Ho'oponopono prayer, it's reciting that. It's doing like a mantra. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. That's doing like some kind of mantra. You can do those mantras in your life, and that's saying these mantras through your health, your vibration. Sometimes you have to change that inner voice to the outer voice. They both have to be on the same link. If your outer voice is telling you, oh yeah, I'm going to be healthy, that inner voice is going, oh God, you'll be dead by tomorrow. It's not matching. It's not matching the thing. So you have to do those. You have to do those mantras in your life to kind of redo, reset, re-envision, put that in motion. You have to do that. And I do mantras 4, 5, maybe 6 times a day. I'm doing mantras. Because I'm changing that voice in me. And it takes work. It's not something you do every single, you're not going to do it once and then say, that's done. I'm all finished. It's a work in process. Some of us have a little bit more work than others, but it's a work in process in our lives. It's what we've gone through in our lives. It's what has happened in our lives. What has been placed in our lives. Placed in our lives. And it's what you're thinking. It's what you're putting in motion in your life, what you're thinking. We have a friend of ours that passed away. She's a healer. And she couldn't believe she was sick. She couldn't believe she got sick because she's a healer. But for 3 to 4 years, she was miserable. She thought her life was awful. And for those 3 to 4 years, she internalized all this stuff into her life, and she ended up cancer. Now, cancer could have been the way that she was going to find her way home. But she could have started that from just hating where she was and what was going on in her life and having that vibration within her life, saying, oh, I hate this every day. There was this mantra going on inside of her. So we have to change that. Whether you're into a space that you're not happy, well, this soon will change. It soon could change if you keep the mantras up and telling yourself it's going to be better. It could be bad right now, but it will get better. Start telling yourself that in the vibration. Then you also have Reiki. Reiki is a symbol healing, that you learn symbols to do Reiki symbols, and you bring power through source. Same source, but you are doing this, it's connecting to that source through symbols, different things in the vibration. A prayer is, I invite the healing light of Reiki to flow through me, embracing every corner of my being. May this divine energy dissolve past hurts, soothing emotional turmoil, nurturing peace within my heart, release all the pain and embrace profound sincerity, and let the healing energy guide me towards an emotional balance and tranquility. But we're allowing that, if we did that for every religion, it's like we're allowing Spirit to bring us to emotional stability. Not all of us have gathered people in our lives that are fully sane. So it's not like we have gathered them. Sometimes we gather a little bit too much of situations within our lives. And we want to be nice. We want to be incorporating within our lives. But we have to realize that if we do that, we're allowing that energy to take root. If we sit in a space that is uncomfortable for us and not good for us, then we allow that energy to take root. And if we allow that energy to take root, then that energy sits there. And you know, if you garden and you have a garden, the newer weeds are easy to pull out. They just started. Well, you let them get big. You let them take root into the soil. And boy, it takes 2 or 3 people to pull them out of the soil because you've let it take root. You're not allowing things to root within the system, within your vibration. I do pranic healing a lot. Pranic healing is more of energy clearing, energy balancing within an individual's vibration. I usually put a bowl of water on the floor. I pull things off of you, pull things away from you through pranic healing, using pranic energy, allowing the pranic energy to heal you. using not from the spirit world, using pranic energy to heal you. So there are different forms of healing, different vibration of healing. That's how you do that. But you will do that if you need to get rid of something like a tumor, you need to get rid of something within your system that is no not good for you. I will work with that, but I can also do that with Reiki surgery. So either or, I can do both of those in the vibration. But you have to realize that everything has a vibration. Years ago I learned She's Golden Ball Healing. It's called She's Golden Ball. And what that is you visualize a golden ball. And this is just for, there's nobody else helping you with this. You visualize a golden ball, and in that golden ball you place all the energy that you think you need at this point in your life. You place it within the ball and let it sit within the palms of your hand. And then you push it into your system. You push it into your system. But you visualize what you need in that golden ball that's going to move within your system. I do it because I'll do it when I do a healing, and I'll just go down the back of you, and when I get close to your root chakra and to the base of your spine, I will take the golden ball that I envision for you and push it into your spine. But the question is how you perceive that, how that works for you. You might like that. There's a whole book on it. If you need it, you email me, and I will send you the link to go read it, and you'll go, oh my God, I like that. It's really cool the way it works if you train yourself in that vibration. But it's through healing. It's through the connection. When I learned spiritual healing here, and I learned it from the Nationals Union out of England, I learned how to heal from them. I like the way they heal, so I kept that part of that whole vibration because I like it. Because what happens is I do this whole wave of your vibration, I work in your vibration, when I get to your back, I pull out your wings. And I do that. And I think that's kind of cool because the way that works, the way that fits the vibration. But I took all of it. I'm a Reiki master. I've taken all the pranic vibration. I've done crystal healing, sound healing, all this stuff I've done. But the question is, I took all of it and went, mine. This is what fits me. This is what works for me. This is what works for my vibration. I personally, in my life, like hands-on healing. I want to touch you. I want to touch the vibration. I want to get next to your auric field. Because I can do things with the vibration, and I can take a pendulum, and I can do a healing on you. I can wave near vibration, and I can shut most of your chakras down just by waving. So I don't like waving. I don't like moving my hands really quick into your vibration because it doesn't quite work that way. I'll get you feeling really good for a little while, then you come crash like a sugar high. So I try to keep my hands attached to your body. That way I'm not disrupting your auric field. I'm not disrupting it because I'm in touch with your body. I'm not disrupting it. The same thing when you're doing healing, keep hands attached to your vibration. One hand's moving, one hand's stationary. That way you're always in contact with yourself. You're not going in and out of the vibration with your being. And through healing, it's this whole thing of you as a channel, you as a vibrational channel. I have to be a channel for spirit. I have to allow them to work through me to bring energy to you. That's what I have to do. I can't allow myself to get into it. If I see that you've got a bad arm, I'm not going to go, oh, I need to heal the arm. You might have something else going on in your system that I don't see. So I have to heal the whole body, to the energy of the body, and let spirit decide where the energy needs to go. I'm not going to place it. Just because you have a bad leg, or you have a bad arm, or a bad wing, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to allow the energy to go where it needs to go. Same thing when you are healing yourself. You need to set the energy where you feel. Just set it and let it go where it needs to go. You might not be healed that day, you might, but you might have to do it repetitiously a little bit to get the energy to flow. Because you remember, you have to get that voice inside of you to say, you can be healed. That voice has to say that. On the Great Invocation, I changed that. I didn't like the way it was written, so I reworded it, but I changed a little bit with it. I didn't think that we should, the little wills of men without women being included. So I included things in here. On the Great Vacation is written by Alice Bailey in 1937. It's a mantra. And from the point of light within the mind of God, let light spring forth from the minds of all people. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love spring forth into the hearts of all. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men and women. Let the purpose which the masters know and serve from the center where we call the race of all mankind. Let the plan of love and light work out, and may the seal, the door where evil dwells, let the light and love and power restore the peace on earth. I changed it and put women in there because I didn't want to leave you out. Say, you've got to gather with us too, so we got to be a group. So I changed some of it so that we could be together, and we ask for everyone. All our wills, all our vibration, all our connection to the spirit world should work in balance as we pray to spirit. Not just us, the guys praying, because you don't know what we're thinking. So we want to get you on board with us. So that's what we want to do. And then we have the Lord's Prayer, which you can pray too. But there are all these different prayers and mantras that you can personally do in your life. And you find one. Find one, go on there. We have the internet now. Not back at my age. I'm older now. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have anything. We just got whatever was dropped in the house. So whatever we could find is what we used as mantras. Because we didn't have all this now that we have now. But you can have prayers, different mantras, different things that connect to you. Or write your own. Or write your own mantra, your own vibration. When I teach meditation and healing and people, when I do that, I have you find yourself some music. Whatever music you think works for you. And then you get the music, and then you get a tape recorder, play the music, and then you start talking, and you talk, and you do the meditation for you. Because you will go where you tell yourself to go. You might not listen to me, or somebody else tell you, but you will listen to yourself. So when you're talking in a meditational state over some music that you love, you will listen to yourself because it'll be your voice. It'll be your connection. And it works extremely well when you're doing healing. Whether you do it up here like she did it today before the service, or whether you just do it on yourself or send it out distant healing into the universe, it will be answered. It will have some kind of answer. It's always answered. All the years I've been doing healing, and it's always answered. We can't keep somebody here. When they're ready to go, the door open, boom, they're going home. Somebody in the house is going home. So somebody's going home. We're not going to heal everyone. Not everyone's going to be healed because we made that decision of when we were going to leave before we ventured here. So our movement off this earth plane is going to be because we've already decided when we're leaving. We've decided that vibration within our lives. So don't think that, oh my God, that person didn't get healed. Oh, it should have been my fault. No, it wasn't. You did what you did because, first of all, healing is to bring balance. It's supposed to bring peace. It's supposed to bring comfort. So if a person's having a rough time passing to the spirit world, what you're doing as a healer is bringing peace, harmony, and comfort as they make their journey. That's what you're doing. I've healed a lot of people in hospitals and different things. But the question that was is, I knew that they were not going to survive the healing. I was not there to heal them. I was there to help them make their journey. Like light the torch and hold torch up so they can see the path heading home. That's what I was there for. Not to heal them. I knew that. I went in there putting all the energy I can, and whatever the decision was going to be made by their body, not by me. Not by me saying, oh, you've got to be healed. I just send the healing energy and hope. If that was supposed to happen, then miraculous. Me and my wife, we did a gentleman in a hospital, and he wasn't talking. They were close to death. They'd already formed last rites and all this other thing. And me and Marie started working on him, and within a couple of days, he was up talking, walking, eating, and left the hospital. But they weren't bringing us in to heal him. Well, we did, but they weren't brought us in to do that. They brought us in there to comfort, to bring peace, and give him healing and energy so he could pass. But he didn't decide to pass, he decided to stay. So it wasn't our decision what he decided to do. And the same thing with each and every one of you is what you are going through in your life, what is happening for you. What do you believe is happening for you? What do you see the eventual outcome for you? Oh, I want to be here for my kids. What if your kids don't want you here? God bless you. So that's the question is, oh, I got to be here for people. Well, what if you're here for you? You're here for your vibration. If you bless people, do whatever you need to do, that's okay. But you're here for your vibration, your connection to the universal energy. If you're breathing, you're standing, you're here for a reason. You're still here. It means you're affecting the universal energy. You're affecting that. There are guardians in the spirit world that stand at the four corners of the spirit world. They're guardians. They set the energy within the spirit world. And as we move and bring energy there, it is attracted and moves in a counterclockwise situation as we remove stitch and a clockwise motion to bring things to us. So we have to visualize how we place it, how we put that. It can be put through sound. It can be through our voices, through our connection to the individual. When the healer bends down to speak to somebody, it is that connection, that healing energy of two souls connecting before you even start the healing. It's that connection of souls. When I teach mediumship, and I teach people mediumship, and people will do readings and they'll put their hands up and they'll do all this stuff. What I have people do is I have you take your left hand, connect it to your heart. I have you reach out for the person's left hand, which is connected to their heart. Then I have you put your right hand over the hands that are joined together for protection. Now, when you do that, you're joined heart to heart, both of you. Heart to heart. You can sit there with somebody, put a circle of protection around the vibration, and send energy because you're sending it heart to heart. That's what you're doing. And it works extremely well. If you're doing this, and the other person's doing that, they got their hands up, what you're doing is you're pulling energy from the room, whatever's in the room. You might be sitting back there in the back, the person up here getting healing, you're going, oh, I don't like that person. So now we've got this energy coming towards the situation that we're doing. When I first started Castadega, that's many years ago, I can tell you how long, but a long time ago, and people wouldn't put the healers out front, had to go all in the back, because people in the audience were ripping people's auras up in the front of the church. I'm going, what is happening in here? I said, how can you rip somebody's aura? Oh, they do that. So they moved the healing from the front of the church into the back of the church. So nobody could see us back there. So they wouldn't rip our auras. And that went on for like 2 years. We had certain healers or people in charge of the church. Well, me and my wife would be sitting there and go, but that was how they perceived the healing. They perceived it before they even put their hands on you. They perceived it as a negative situation coming from the audience. So now we already have negative energy. That's what I want people to understand. If you see negative energy, then you need to stop. You need to back away and take a breath. There's no negative here. There's not a negative vibration. If you see it, then you've started to give it energy. If you have to smoke the whole church, smudge the whole place, because you believe there is negative energy in the church, then you have given it root. I don't care how much sage you use. You can buy 20 pounds of it, I don't care. You have decided that there's evil in this church. If you decide to smudge the whole place up, I only smudge when things are coming off the walls. Spirit is misbehaving. Then I'll smudge a little bit, just to make them behave. Put a little smoke in their face. Hey, there you go. Behave. But only when they're doing something that is unresponsive to me. Whoever is in charge of the group, the vibration, the healing, the situations in your life, whatever is responsible for you. If you're happy with certain situations, great. You don't have to smudge it out. I told the new pastor at Castaneda the other day, he smudged so much in that church, I thought it was on fire. He said, oh, we're smudging out evil. I don't know, evil was in there. God bless you. I said, should I go out and get some holy water? So I didn't know what was going on, but there was so much. But that's how they run the church. That's how they place that vibration. But it's when you come in your own life, your own vibration within your life. What do you believe that you need? What do you expect from yourself? That's what you have to ask yourself. Do you expect healing? Do you expect balance? Do you expect connection to spirit? What do you expect in your life? Not what other people expect from you, because that could come at a vibration with you that you don't understand. What works for you? What fits the vibration for you? You might be considered a little weird, a little crazy, you don't do it exactly like everyone else, but you do it that fits